Ooh, you are listening to Keith Price's Curtain Call. This is Keith Price, and we are here at Feinstein 54 Below. Welcome to another edition of the Curtain Call on the go, like I like to say. And it is so exciting because now you probably already know this guy. You know him as one of my Broadway crushes. He's doing some leading man work right now on Broadway, and he's taking a little time to do a little something. He's bringing his big one-man show to Feinstein 54 Below. Smile, my man, Mr. Rob McClure, the Tony-nominated Rob McClure. How you doing?
I'm good, Keith. How are you? You're the best.
So
It is early, Keith.
first of all,
It's early. It's not even 11 a.m., Keith.
Who does this?
Not theater people, but you and I showed up because
We show
love
up because we love it, and because this is another opportunity for you to be seen, Rob McClure.
It's so funny. It's like James Sampliner and I put together this show for my sort of concert debut out at the Bergen Pack in Jersey, and then people had a great time. So people started asking us to do it other places, and I knew that I wanted my New York City concert debut to be at Feinstein's 54 Below. But we're keeping our 6-piece band. They'll squish us up there. It'll be a lot of sound in this little room, but it'll be thrilling. I'm stoked to do it.
Now, are you excited about the idea of taking this? Because the Bergen Pack is huge. So you're taking that and scrunching it into this little space. Yeah. What are you cutting out?
Well, we're cutting a little bit for time. Okay. But really, in terms of content, we're not cutting much. But it's really about getting closer to the fans. You know what I mean? Like the people get. That's the wonderful thing about this place is that it really is, up close and personal with your favorite folks. You know. Now,
for you, because you are Broadwaynista as well, you realize the people that have walked across the stage just in the last year.
No, I know. Yeah, whose butt sweat is still on that stool that I'm singing on? It's magical butt sweat.
It's magical. But the good thing is that at this point with a show like this, you are giving folks some Rob, which is kind of cool. Now, let's talk about the other gig that you got going on right now. You're doing Something Rotten. Yeah. Leading man role on the big Broadway again. What number show is this for you now?
This is my 6th Broadway show. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm so lucky, and I was terrified to replace Brian Darcy James because Brian Darcy James is not only one of the most talented people on the planet, but also has one of the reputation as like the kindest, sweetest man ever. And I can confirm both of those things. Okay. But that building has been so lovely in welcoming me with open arms and asking me not to fill his shoes, but to bring my own shoes and bring them to the table. And people are having a great time. And the audiences are going bananas. And it's I don't think I've ever had more fun.
It's so funny talking to Rob McClure here with me on the Curtain Call at Feinstein 54 Below for the big press up fronts, because he's going to be doing his show here, Smile, July 1st and 2nd. At what time is it? I forget. At 7 o'clock. Oh, he's early. Thank God. Because, the commute thing for me is killing me. I hear you. So you are... Okay, so you walk into this show, because this show is huge. It's huge. What is the first thing that you have to do for yourself to open up quickly? Because you don't have a lot of time to rehearse. They had 6 weeks and, out of town. Well, they didn't do out of town. They had 6 weeks and they did a whole lot of workshops. Yeah. And here you are now just, here's the script, 2 weeks, boom.
Yeah. Well, I had 11 days in a rehearsal room at Ripley Greer with the associate director, the stage manager, and the dance captain, Eric Giancola. And Stephen Bibau, the associate. And they basically tell me where to go, where to stand, what to do, how to dance, how to sing. And then I had my put-in. It was 3 Thursdays ago. I walked in at 1 o'clock, shook everyone's hand, brought them donuts in the hopes that maybe they wouldn't miss Brian so much if I brought donuts. We ran through it once, and it's so funny. I'm in full leather doublets, and they're in sweats and T-shirts with no mics on, and I'm doing it full out because it's my only shot to do it full out on stage with everyone. And hi Heidi Blickenstaff, how are you? now you're my wife. Yes, exactly. And then that night was my first night in the company. And then you just go, and it was thrilling. Luckily, the show is really well written. It's really well crafted. So if you just stay true to what they did, you end up being pretty close right out of the gate. And then it's that kind of show where the audience is the last character in the show, because the response is such a huge factor. The laughs are such a huge factor in that building and that energy, that it's learning them that really starts to inform the rest of your performance.
So now you're going to be doing the show with Josh Grizzetti and Heidi Blickenstaff. Not Heidi. Leslie Kritzer is coming in. So when does that all gel? Because that's like another set of rehearsals. You're still new. They're going to be brand new. So it's like blind leading the blind.
Yeah, I think the idea was for me to get in, 2 months with the original folk and kind of learn the show with them, and then be the person to sort of help pass the baton to the new folks. So they brought me in to sort of learn the show as it's been, and then they're going to start rehearsing Leslie and Josh, and then they'll bring me into that rehearsal room, and I can sort of bring the show that we're doing 8 times a week into that rehearsal room to sort of help them transition into the new folks. But I'm excited to see what Leslie and Josh bring. They're brilliant.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Oh my God. So we've covered the stage. We've got the cabaret scene, because of course Rob McClure is going to be here at Feinstein's 54 Below with his show Smile, July 1st and 2nd at 7 o'clock p.m. Go to Feinsteins54below.com for more information. You can also go to robmcclure.com, and he will have all kinds of tidbits of things of what he's got going on. But the last time you and I talked, we were talking about television. Yes. That he's conquering the small screen, and from what I understand, not playing a very nice guy, Rob.
This is true. I just did a pilot for CBS called Drew, and it was sort of a new take on the Nancy Drew books, starring Sarah Shahi and a brilliant cast. And it was fun to play a bad guy. I was sort of the unassuming victim. I was wrongly accused. Or was I? But it's fun to play the messed up folks, Oh
my God. So, of course, now I'm devastated because I have to watch you do. Cause I'm going to watch. But then I have to watch you be bad. And I don't know how I'm going to be able to handle that. When I'm working so hard to try to get you into Hello Dolly, this is what you're going to do to me. You're going to sidetrack off to go be bad. So, again, how cool is this now for you right now? This is like, I'm thinking back, I guess it was like 2012, 13, whenever we first met. Yeah. And the things that have happened to you since the time that I first met you till now has been huge. Yeah. It's like, how does this feel in terms of the direction you think your career is going? Do you feel like you're moving where you think you're supposed to be going?
I just want to, as long as I feel expansion, it's not that I'm necessarily chasing one direction. It's just that the circle keeps getting bigger, which is wonderful. It's everything I want. People say it all the time. You want to do theater? You want to do movies? You want to do TV? What do you want to do? And the answer is yes. And you feel the circles get bigger and bigger, and it's such a privilege, and it really is like it's amazing to look back and start and trace how that stuff happens, because most of the way that it does has very little to do with how hard and how sort of relentlessly you chase it. When you do end up looking back, you go like, oh, that lucky thing, that lucky thing, that lucky thing. So you learn to get on the roller coaster and put your hands up and ride it, because the more... I will say the thing that I have felt more than anything is that for such a long time you chase the success, you chase after it, and sooner or later you can feel the goal. You start to gain on the goal. It starts to come back at you just as much as you're running towards it. People start to meet you halfway. They start chasing you as much as you're chasing them, and that's when you really start to feel, okay, I think I'm going to be able to pay my bills doing this, knock on wood, for a while.
Gosh, man. I love you, Rob McClure. So it just, whatever. So Rob McClure, you can see him July 1st and 2nd here at Feinstein's 54 Below. with his show called Smile. And again, he's doing 8 shows a week over at St. James with Something Rotten. And look for him playing a bad guy. He's going to be playing a bad guy.
And for the record, Keith Price, Lauren Molina just walked by in her underwear, so it's a good day at 54 Below.
I'm not mad at her. How you doing? Hey. Well, Rob, thank you, babe.
Thanks, Keith.
And we will be back.
Now that we're alone, may I tell you, I've been feeling very strange. Either something's in the air or else a change is happening in me. I think I know the cause. I hope I know the cause. From everything I've heard, there's only one cause it can be. Love, I hear, makes you sigh a lot. Also, love, I hear, leaves you weak. Love, I hear, makes you blush and turns you ashen. You try to speak with passion and squeak. I hear love, they say, makes you pine away, but you pine away with an idiotic grin. I pine, I blush, I squeak, I squawk. Today I woke too weak to walk. What's love? I hear, I feel, I fear I'm in. Da 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 da. See what I mean? La da 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 da. I hum a lot too. I'm dazed, I'm pale, I'm sick, I'm sore. I never felt so well before. What's love? I hear, I feel, I fear. I know I am, I'm sure, I mean, I hope, I trust, I pray I must be. Forgive me if I shout. Forgive me if I crow. I've only just found out. And well, I thought you ought to know.